Alright, so I'm gonna do this quickly because I'm doing this pro bono, and I usually just charge you like $75 for a tarot reading, and 150 for the tarot reading and the astrology reading together. But if you want to give me dinner and some sexual favors, that's fine. I'll take that as well. I'm not scared to pimp myself out. So, just saying. Just kidding. So here's like your card reading here, like this card, this card, this card, and like I kind of just go with the flow. I don't really like. Oops. Here. I don't really. You know, have a system per se, but maybe I should. So I just kind of go with my intuition and just kind of throw some cards out, and you know, like I'll try to keep them in order and everything. But if I don't, like, if I feel like stuff can move around, I don't move around what after I like lay the cards out from left to right. I don't move those around because I think that's sacred. I think that's like what it is. But I can move around to like the different, like if it's underneath these two or above or upper right. I just have a feeling that's okay, but there's no rules, absolutely no rules. So usually when you do like like people to people, you kind of want to do like energy of the situation, then the person, then the people, and then you know possibly like you know the challenges and connections that they have. So I did something like that. So what you got here is the Page of Swords in reverse, and now the swords is the energy of air. So it's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And swords, you know, swords represents air, but what does air represent? It represents like thinking and discernment, planning. It's cunning. It's quick thinking. It's not like the fire energy where it's like all like exuberance. It takes like the fire energy and like gives it a plan, and gives it substance. That's why it's a sword. So tip of the sword is fire, but then the rest of the sword is that air energy because it's actually got a purpose now. Because that you know the blade's got a purpose and it'll cut people apart. So with this energy though, it's in reverse. And reverse is always kind of like more of the negative side of the card. It doesn't always have to be, but it can be, or like you can use the negative part as your you know, you can make it work for you in some way, but in this case, not so much. So the page is a court card, and it's the lowest form of all court cards. It's a card that is like apprentice type of energy. It's a person that really, or a young person that really wants to be a king or queen or be a part of the high, you know, like realm, whatever they call them. I don't know what they call them, but it will do anything, you know, to get there. Depending if it's upright, it'll do some like really positive things to get there. Negative or the reverse situation, it'll be a lot more negative. Try to get to the top. So if you're gonna think about like you know air energy and like what that represents, and this actually represents all three of those air signs. You know, when you're thinking about like your mind and like what can happen to it, like you can have a strong mind, you can have a weak mind. So this is like almost like a weak-minded energy. It's a feeble person, you know. It's like somebody who like has to think of things to be like make up situations like in the quick, like in your head thinking instead of thinking from your heart. Like make up situations to like kind of get out of a situation. So like lying, but like almost like an imposter in a way. It gets very, very defensive. Probably this energy. This is you, and this is him in this card with the situation. So it's a reversed Page of Pentacles at the lowest form of the court cards, and it's the most immature of the court cards. You know, it can be very brash. It can be, you know, it could happen at a moment's notice, like bad things, like you know what happened when you found out. I would say like overall, this whole energy of like what I've gotten is like it's a sure like this the guides that are with you are just telling you like here's is your one and only, like get out of this fucking situation now, because you do have to put up some protection. There is like if you do this right, there is some type of completion gonna happen. I think like something is gonna you know break for you, but you have to sever this energy like immediately. Because there's something like there might be something, I don't know, like Okay, I'm getting like career stuff too, so I think you really might need to like kind of take a deep dive into your like your if you like meditate or journal or just go for a walk or whatever you do to like kind of clear your mind and just like be with yourself. I would try to see before you start doing it. Think about career stuff. Think about what's been going on. If you don't have nothing, if you can't think of anything besides like what you told me today, just pick like an area of work and just start thinking about it as you do those spiritual daily practices. Because I feel like if you do that for at least a week, I think something will come up because they're going to be pulling from this energy that's already there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's existing right in front of you. You're supposed to take it. You're not seeing it clearly because maybe you're too focused on like, guys or whatever it is. Just think about, that's another thing too. Like what are you focused on that's way like you're overboard with? There's got to be something there because you're getting fogged by something. And this guy is definitely gonna, if you don't like sew this energy up and learn from it and give gratitude to it that this happened for you, this guy will take you down. So I wouldn't fuck around with this shit, really. So this is you. Now we got another page. Now I'm not saying this is like you like per se overall. This is you in the situation. This is you trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this guy. So he's looking at that coin. This is the page of Pentacles. So this is Earth energy. So this would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, all wrapped into one. And pages, like I said, they're like apprentice energy. They're really trying to strive for, to be noticed, and they want to learn. And so that's what you're doing. Like you're trying to be like, what the fuck? You want to learn what the hell the situation is. Or I did want to like make this into existence with this coin here. Like I didn't want to like have this be something in the physical realm, but I don't know. I'm just kind of like fuck this, Like I'm just like, you have this like young, immature energy about it, meaning like no, I'm not gonna do that. This looked nice and pretty, but I'm good. I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet. I'm good. Like I'm saying, this nice green grass. This is like knowledge, past experiences. There's a little mountain in the back that usually represents some type of issue, but it's just a little bump. You're like, I'm done. I don't need to deal with that. This is like it's like this card, but this is kind of more descriptive now about it. And look at this. 2 Cancer energies here. This is Cancer Major Arcana, which is the Chariot, and then Cancer Three of Cups. And this is an interesting card, but this is like defeat. Not understanding where home is at, or it's a destructible energy. It's like very erratic, emotional type of energy. It's not stable because what Cancer wants to be is stable, and Cancer is usually, astrology is ruled by the moon, but they didn't have it for some reason in these cards. But like you can see here, like here's like perfect duality, masculine, feminine, very proper, very nice. It looks like a chariot, but it really isn't. It's like a concrete slab that's stuck in the ground. So wherever this chariot can go, if these things can get to move, like if you can control your emotions, then this thing will move, and then it will go wherever you want it to go, wherever the universe will take you. So like there's stars around it. There's yes, there's like nice homes in the background, but like there's a water kind of blocking it because Cancers will take home wherever home is where home is. Like home will just they'll be home at a restaurant because it's their favorite place. They'll be at home at the park because that's their favorite place. Wherever they take themselves is home, but they only bring like their own tight-knit kind of group. They're very like the crabs. The crabs they shell up. You don't really see them, but every once in a while they'll pop out and kind of scurry away and then they go hide again. They're really, then they're emotional. They're finicky kind of like animals. That's what Cancer is. So like this would be like the energy more in detail. This would be like destructive, defeat. Home is not where home does not feel like home. How do you break a concrete slab? This is gonna be all broken down. The emotions will be all fucked up. This card here represents it's 3 cups. It's celebration. It's like hanging out, like having a good time with friends, or it's a good time with your partner. It's just strictly just a celebration. It's the three cards, so it's like mind, body, and soul. So it's like very like connective to like the source, like God or Yahweh or the universe, whatever you believe in. It's like the threes always kind of represent that aspect of it. It's kind of very like the beginning essence of what that suit represents, and this represents the water suit. So it's Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, but these are Cancer cards. And Cancer is that fire cardinal energy, so it's very, it's not like moving fast, but it just does emotionally, like it's explosive emotionally. And when this is in the, reverse, this represents like, bad connection with people. It represents like fighting and lies and deceit and like deceitfulness, and like, if you combine it with this, like destruction and like broken home and just like complete utter mayhem with this card, and then you add that with this card with actually people involved. This actually represents the third party person, so like a cheater. So you can see there's three. You see where see how the hands are kind of placed? All the hands are kind of placed weirdly, because it looks like they're trying to like say like one's like cheating, maybe that one's cheating, or this one's cheating. You can see the girl in the yellow, she's like putting the cup in between the two girls, or the guy and the girl, because I'm pretty sure it's a guy, unless it's a big lesbian three-way, but maybe. But she's got her hand in her ass and shit like that too. But I don't know, it could just be like up in the air, off, like it's like probably like 3 feet off, you just can't tell. But it could also be that lady is like just super hammered and she's just she doesn't know how to celebrate. I doubt it. But yeah, this is not good. To like defeat and destruction with on bad communication and deceiving and cheating. It's like, what the fuck? Totally what you were expecting here. And I swear, like I just go wherever the cards take me to. So this is him. Now, usually I just do one card, but two of them came out. And yeah, this guy is something else. I never even got like this before. So these are the aces, dude. And the aces are like the creme of the creme. Like it's the top of the top for each suit. There's the cups, and then there's the pentacles that we talked about, and then now the other two suits is that then we talk about the swords too. Swords and wands, fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And these represents like the inception of what those signs represent. I mean those elements represent. The very beginning, like the big bang of each of those suits. So this is like represents like ideas and enthusiasm and drive and like the potential of all that, though. All the potential of like discernment and good planning and understanding and using your brain for good, for there's potential of using that in such a very positive way, new way of thinking. Here, this is reversed now. When the wands are reversed, it's like a false sense of what they are. They're like a true opposites. Where other decks or the other suits are kind of, you have to kind of like work with it and kind of think about it, because some of them already kind of seem like they're like the water energy kind of seems already negative at first when you kind of think about it. So you have to get more deeper, and that's what represents. Water is deeper, and same with Earth. Like Earth is kind of looks like it's okay at the surface level, but there's so much shit going on underneath the surface, so it's a lot deeper. These energies are deep, but they're not like deep like the other two. These are more action based. They're air is like what? Air just flows through and like, can't keep it in one spot. So air people are always kind of flighty, and then there's fire energy. These people are always like super excited and just want to get things going, but what do? They always kind of burn out and fade out. They're not like somebody you want to have at the end, but you want somebody like this to be like part of your crew that would like it's gonna be the first one to throw a punch, like that kind of person. So like, but this is the opposite of like that, because it's like just a teeny little flame trying to like poke out. but like it's trying to show you that energy. It's like it's really, it might give you like a quick like burst, and that's it. It's like the worst type of like enthusiasm, like, oh, it's really cool, squirrel, and then you run off and do something else. And with that, coupled with the ace card here with the ace of swords, it's the same. But this one's like more like over, like way overthinking, or has really messed up ideas, and can be very combative, like really bad, like make up ideas to be really combative. And this is potential energy, but this is always with him though. He's always got that, you know, he's got some shit to work on, big time, and that shit's always with him. It's potential that's always with him, and that's scary, because that's something you can, like, if he gets it, like, if he gets in a bad mood or whatever, he gets in that, like, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer type of shit, that's when he starts to kill people. You know, that's why he's doing the therapy thing, whenever he's trying to learn the people's psyche so he can kill them. Just kidding. I don't know, I'm not gonna listen to that. Just kidding. Don't fucking repeat that to him, please. Just kidding. Ah, fuck it, you can repeat it. I don't give a shit. So here's the shit that he has to, like, that was, you know, both y'all together, but I think mostly him. Workaholic, I don't know if that you or him, but that was one of the energies why he could be possibly the way he is. He maybe he's got some type of, you know, like a, you know, what's that movie called? Goddamn. American Psycho? What's the one with Christian Bale when he's the fucking murderer, like the whatever, that movie? He's kind of a workaholic, but like he's just so obsessed with everything that has to be like down to a T, have the perfect fucking business card, you know, and he's gonna get another, you know, another certification with this therapy thing, so you like really like have this grand looking like resume and be able to like flaunt it and like be able to brag about himself, and he's really gonna get some women with that. That's what he's probably thinking. So he's probably possessive. I don't know if that's you, but you might be a little possessive too because you're a Taurus, but that's okay though. Definitely a lot of stress. So I don't know, he might put too much stress on himself with that. I mean, there's stress everywhere with this guy. If you have this much potential, there's a lot of insecurities. And then manipulation. So yeah. See, like this can be an opposite of this, you know, like the workaholic. Like he should be not a workaholic, but he should not be a workaholic, but he is. So he's like really trying to overcompensate. That's what like Juan's energy is like. It's like overcompensating, but it always burns out. So he might like go through cycles, but he can put on a good face. He can also like think through it still. But if he's not like doing too hot at work or whatever, he can kind of put on a good face because you can manipulate people. And that happens from just being like, you know, possessive. He knows how to get that done, and it's like it all like stems from some type of stress where it keeps that thing going. So I don't know where stress is coming from, but he stresses over women, that's for sure. And then this one, I don't know, man. This right here, this is be like what you need to do. Oh man, it's gonna fucking stop me. Are you kidding me? This one is like the outcome. You get the Hierophant reversed, Temperance reversed, and then the Ten of Swords upright. Finale card, ending card, somewhat good, depending on the situation. But you know, it looks pretty fucking dire in that motherfucker. But look at there's the sun. The sun's coming up here, and I mean, see, it's darkness. That's bad, but the sun's coming up, so it's like rising up here now. Tens always represent the end of something, you know, the 1 through 10. And what does it go back to? 0 or 1. 0, what do they say? 1 and 10 is the same number. So essentially, it's an action-based, personal, like it's an individualistic number that where you have to, like, if you get a 1 or 10, like you need to, these are ones up here. You need to embody the full potential of what this is. Start, and then whatever it ends up being throughout the whole process through the deck is try to get this to be a positive, but if it's negative, try to like think of it as a positive or the lessons you need to learn. And I don't know which way to go because I'm thinking it's like I'm gonna say no, like don't. I just don't like his energy though. That's why I'm like, but I would say no. This is Taurus. This is Sagittarius. It's like you don't have all the answers to the situation, you know, because that's what he's doing here. He's like trying to preach. I don't like this representation of Taurus though, but it represents like the first inception of a human flesh. It's the 5 card in the major arcana that is actually connected to source, so like a priest. But you can think of it in different ways though. I mean, this is like, they always see this gate, and the color gray and white always represents like spirit or wisdom, concrete color, you know, because it's hard and thick and it's never gonna move. He's got the keys to the answers here. He's, you know, he's got holding some fucking special thing here, so he's got prominence, and I forgot what this represents though, but it's tradition, it's dogmatic, it's kind of the old way. It's like, do you wanna? It's like, I don't know if you have all the answers to do it, and if you don't, like, chill out in the temperance card here. If temperance means like take a break and discern the situation. So you might have to think of this one on your own, because I'm getting both. Like, don't do it. Don't go to somebody. Don't go to somebody because the situation will be, you know, it's already rectified. It's already done. Or if you don't do anything about it, this could be you. So, because these are like such good opposite energies too. Like they're like kind of complement each other. So it's almost like just wait to make that decision. Wait, maybe like just kind of do some more thinking and discerning. Especially when you got your card here too. So it's kind of like telling you what is like. So when you get your card here, so it's like the opposite meanings of it would be like something you would not want to do, or it's like giving you a warning instead of like it's actually what's gonna happen. And it's just like it's just being stubborn and not listening. It's you know, separating people from you know, being able to like do their own thing, you know, and being a know-it-all. Just whatever you can think negative things about Taurus. Like maybe that's what you shouldn't do, if that makes sense. But there's all kinds of things that we can talk about that later. But that temperance card in reverse, it's like, if you don't do it, then this will happen. But if you don't stay calm, this will happen. But if you stay calm and this is not going to work for you, and then this will happen to you. You know, that kind of shit. It's like, it's all about this card. And I can throw another one on there, but let's just see what you think. So that's essentially it. And I fucking went over like I always do. So yeah, you definitely have to give me sexual favors. No, I was kidding. That's like being like this guy. I'm just kidding. But there's these cards too. This one I'll probably send you a little bit later here too. But this is what your guides are really want you to do with this situation. But it was saying something more. This one was saying like down the line of your career. Like, stop like dealing with negativity, and then see how to express yourself. How do you express yourself with what you're like already manifesting when it comes to like your job and your career? So I'm like, that's why I was like, maybe you should really think about, you know, taking a hard dive after you kind of, you know, work this out. Take a hard dive into your career aspect and see what types of things are going to light up in your career area. It could be that stuff that you're talking about. Maybe it's really got to push forward. Maybe it's a good time to like really kind of catch that wave of energy. But there's something there. Definitely is. Man, they're saying a lot of air energy here too. So I don't know. Maybe that Gemini, maybe it is a Gemini like rising or something like that too. What that lady's reading. So we don't really know. Unless he knows birthday. If he knows birthday, I can maybe possibly do it. We had to just kind of. I would say. Small chance, but if he knew some things about him in his past, and if he knew somewhat close to the dates that it happened, we could probably get it pinpointed. But I'll read you these ones in a message later. Seacrest out.